Hello, everyone. My guest today is Jayson DeMers. He's the CEO of Email Analytics, an app that visualizes employee email activity in Gmail and G Suite. Before founding the company, he founded and ran a marketing agency for 9 years and appeared as a frequent columnist and contributor to major online publications. Jayson, you ready to take us to the top?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So emailanalytics.com is the company. Help me understand what you're doing and what your revenue model is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty simple revenue model. It's just a SaaS service. Essentially, we are helping to visualize email activity for companies, for teams, customer service teams, sales teams who want to know, what do my employee activity via email, what does it look like? How many emails are we sending? Are we receiving? What's our average response time? What days of the week are busiest or least busy? Really things of that nature. It's really a productivity analysis tool.
Okay. And help me understand on average what companies are paying, I don't know, per month or per year for this.
Sure. So the pricing is $15 per connected mailbox per month.
Okay. So yeah, take me to an actual customer level, right? Just because I don't want to calculate email boxes per person, all that. On average,
Sure.
What's a company going to pay per year or per month?
Yeah, well, again, it just depends on the number of mailboxes. We're seeing an average of right now around 3 to 4 mailboxes per customer.
Okay. So you're talking $45-$50 a month.
Yeah, that's what we're talking.
Okay. And put this on a timeline for me. When did you launch the company?
Company was launched officially February of 2018, so it's been about a little under a year and a half.
And I mean, what was going through your head at the point? What, were you forced into entrepreneurship? Did you hate your boss and want to leave corporate? I mean, what was going on?
Well, actually, so I'd been running Audience Bloom, my marketing agency, for about 10 years before it, and email analytics was born out of necessity because I realized as I was running the agency that I needed more insight into my employee activity because all of my employees were remote, and so it was really born out of necessity as a tool that I needed that I couldn't find elsewhere, and so I decided to build it myself.
Interesting. Okay, and so how many customers have you scaled to today?
We've got about 185 paying users as of today.
That's right. Now, is that mailboxes or companies?
That's companies. That's
okay.
Not mailboxes.
Yeah. So I mean, I can take 185 times $45 a month, about 3 per 185, and that means you're doing what, $8-9 grand a month right now in revenue?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And where were you a year ago, just so we can calculate growth?
Yeah. So a year ago, we were about 3,000 MRR. MRR.
Yeah. So I mean, take me into the backstory here. How'd you get the first 100 customers?
Yeah, first 100, really all of the customers actually have come via organic search. It's been 100% organic. That's really my specialty, coming out of the marketing agency, and my personal expertise is in SEO. And so all of our customers are SEO.
So give me a term that you're killing right now that's driving you a lot of traffic.
Well, the term email analytics itself, which was kind of my target term.
I feel like that's extremely kind of, hold on, let me do it. Email analytics, bump. So like Litmus pops up for me. And yeah, look at right there, you're number 2. That's impressive.
Yeah, we're battling number 1 and number 2. We're going back and forth with Litmus right now.
That's very impressive. I mean,
yeah, well, thank you.
So now I'm trying to figure out, why do you have a unique muscle that HubSpot, where you're beating HubSpot, you're beating Constant Contact, you're beating Mailgun, you're beating Liquid Web, you're beating Shopify for these terms?
Are you asking what's my secret sauce?
Well, not your secret sauce, but I'm trying to understand more of your history. Like, you have clearly developed a muscle here where you are beating people and getting free traffic because of it. I'm trying to understand how you develop that muscle.
Yeah, well, working as an SEO professional for the last 10 years, and not having to deal with a team or bureaucracy that I have to go through, I know exactly what needs to be done and I do it. A big advantage that I have is obviously my domain, emailanalytics.com, is an exact match domain for that keyword, which certainly helps.
Yep.
And so I paid a good amount of money to buy that domain, knowing that I wanted to target that.
What's a good amount? You're talking like 100 grand, 200 grand, more or less?
I paid $5,000 for that domain.
Okay, that's not it.
Which is honestly a steal for that domain. That was a few years ago.
Yep. Okay, good. So that's doing well. And now, how many clicks does this keyword drive you per month?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Nathan?
Yeah, how many clicks does this keyword drive you per month?
Oh gosh, yeah, that's a good question. I would say I think it's around 300 right now.
Okay. And then keep taking me down that funnel, right? So on average, when a click hits your website, how many sign up for a trial?
Gosh, I wish I had that information. I don't right now have a good way to measure traffic, visitors to, actually, let me take that back. I do have a way, and it's about 4% of all website traffic converts to trial. What I don't have is I don't have a way to see how many trial users are converting to paid, and I need a better way to do that currently.
Okay, so about 4% are converting. So if 300 clicks hit the website, 10% would be 30, about half that would be about 15. So call it 10 to 15 new customers a month from the email analytics search term. Sorry, new trials per month.
Yeah, I would say new trials, but not paying customers. But yeah, that is obviously one of hundreds of keywords that we track. It is a great keyword, and I would imagine that it converts well compared to the other ones because it's so targeted.
So how coming out of that search term for a second, your entire business, how many clicks per month hits the site, and about how many new trials do you sign up?
Yeah, so on a monthly basis, we're signing up. I would this is a guess just based on the numbers that I see coming through my email. I would guess it's around 400 to 500 trials per month total. And the problem is I don't actually have a number of trials to paid conversion rate for you. That's the number I'm still.
Do you know how many
on.
customers you signed up last month?
We signed up. No, I don't. I don't want to just throw you a guess because I'm actually not sure.
Wait, but Jayson, how do you not know that? That's like a critical, like anyone building a business, you're looking at revenue and customers. Why do you not know your customer additions?
I know, Nathan. It's because I'm actually focusing on two other things right now. So email analytics is essentially kind of an open beta right now as a project. So it was launched a year ago. However, I sold my agency, Audience Bloom, in January of this year, which means it's only been about 5 months that I've been working on this project full time. During that time, I've been focusing on having the app rebuilt, essentially refactored from the ground up. And so my resources and my attention are really going into rebuilding the app right now, rather than gathering the metrics that that I granted admit that I need to know. And so that's really the reason why I don't have that.
Yeah. Audience Bloom, what was it? It was a traditional marketing agency?
Yeah, it's so I sold it in January. It's been rebranded to SEO.co, but that is the if you visit either audiencebloom.com, it'll redirect to SEO.co.
And that agency, I mean, give me a general sense of scale you built that to before you sold it.
Yeah. So let's see. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to remember. We were in the 2 million revenue range per year when the agency sold.
Yep. And then typically agencies are valued on like some multiple of EBITDA margin, right? Usually it's somewhere between like 1 and 3x. Were you in that range?
Yes, we were in that range.
Yeah. Okay. And what is typical profit margin on an agency?
Well, typical profit margin is lower than what we were doing. We had a pretty healthy profit margin compared to other agencies in our space, and it was in the 30 to 40% range.
Okay, so let's be conservative at 30%. That's, call it $600,000 to the bottom line annually. And if you sold for between 1 and 3x that, people can do their own math. But that puts some cash in your pocket, which is what you're now using to reinvest in this product.
That's exactly right. So this is 100% self-funded from the proceeds of the sale.
How much have you stuck in so far?
Oh, I don't even want to tell you. But it's in the realm of 600,000.
And what's your team size today? How many people?
It's just myself, my offshore developer team, and then I've got a CTO here stateside, and that's it.
Okay, so the full-time people are you, your CTO stateside, who manages the offshore dev team?
That's correct.
Okay. And so, I mean, if I asked you right now how much you're burning per month, what would the answer be?
Again, this is a painful question to answer. It's in the realm of 19,000.
So I guess the reason I'm asking is like, how much pain and cuts do you let yourself go through before you force yourself to drive more revenue?
I have to continue to essentially go through the pain and the cuts until we get version 2.0 launched, which is expected to be launched at the end of July. And at that point, I will hit the pedal to the metal on the marketing engine.
Yeah. Makes good sense. What about churn? I mean, do you have a good sense of what churn looks like today?
Yeah, we're looking at about 5% per month.
Okay, so 60% annually. And do you have any way to drive expansion revenue besides adding additional mailboxes?
Yes, we do plan on enabling customers to do various upsells, such as one-time reports on
But
certain
right now,
metrics.
nothing. No. If I look
Right
at the
now,
past 12
nothing.
months, no expansion revenue on historical cohorts.
That's correct. Right now, nothing. We've got plans, but right now, the only revenue model is the $15 per mailbox per month.
Yeah. And then in terms of your fully weighted CAC, I mean, it's really your SEO genius, right? I mean, that's it.
That's it. It's just all marketing, all awareness is just right on the back of my SEO expertise, and that's it. No paid ads or anything else. Of course, I've got plans for marketing. I've got a whole marketing plan written up, but I'm waiting for the release of 2.0. Before I start marketing this thing, I want it to be as good as it can possibly be.
Yeah, no, that makes good sense. Let's wrap up here, Jason, with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
You know, Nathan, I don't read that much. However, I will reference The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, as it has been recommended to me countless times by many entrepreneurs. And I read probably the first 100 pages before I burned out. That's not to say that I didn't like the book. It's just to say that I'm just not much of a reader. That's it.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Again, kind of the same answer. Not really. I do admire Elon Musk, though, I must say.
Number 4, number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building your company?
I like Agency Analytics, which is a great tool for tracking organic search rankings. Really anything related to online marketing you can track with Agency
Analytics.
That's right. AgencyAnalytics.com. Yep.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
I get 7 to 8.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Married, no kids.
Okay. And how old are you?
33.
33. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Learn to code. I wish I could do this coding myself rather than outsourcing it.
Guys, he sold his agency for somewhere between $600 and $1.8 million recently. Then about a year ago, launched emailanalytics.com to help people visualize their email usage. 185 customers paying on average $45 a month. So call it $8,000 a month in revenue or $9,000 a month, almost $100,000 in total ARR. All the inbound has come from SEO. He ranks number 2 for the search term email analytics. That drives about 300 clicks to his website per month. Each month, he's signing up about 500 new trials and adding some portion of those obviously into paid accounts. Burning $19,000 a month, put in $600,000 of his own money to date. Team of 3 as he looks to scale and do this last rewrite. Jason, thanks for taking us to the top.
Of course. Thank you very much, Nathan.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it, and the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.